Hey, what's up guys? This is Michael from Karate Breakdown. If you guys are new to this channel, I'm on a mission to show that original karate was a clinch fighting system with takedowns. So today we're looking at boxing and dirty boxing and how the karate katas show that there's tons of clinch and inside fighting found within them and how modern boxing uses this as well. So if you guys didn't know, most high-level boxers have some type of wrestling background, so that should tell you something. The original Okinawans, they had an indigenous art called Shima, and that was their wrestling. A lot of different cultures had a belt wrestling system, and then the Okinawans on top of that added in their strikes that they got from trading from other countries, from Chinese Kung Fu, from Southeast Asia. So you see this commonality of having a grappling base and adding strikes on top. Specifically for boxers, once they get into the clinch, they have to be solid, they have to have a strong foundation. In MMA, you see a lot of grabs like collar ties behind the neck so that you're containing your opponent, you're keeping their posture down, and you can throw uppercuts or hooks and stuff like that. And then you should be able to shove and create space or do a shoulder check to create space to find your range again. Especially with boxing where you're trying to get into an outside range so that you can get a powerful punch, it makes sense that you need to be strong enough to weather the inside position and then create space so that you're back into a range that you're comfortable with. All this to say though, you still need to be able to be comfortable within the clinch range. And you'll see specific boxing drills that look a lot like karate katas. And I'll show a few examples here, but you're looking at things where both hands are reaching out and pulling in and throwing a knee. I know there's no knees in boxing, but you guys can see how you can reach in, get a collar tie and throw a punch or throw a headbutt or use it for a takedown. And in karate, of course, it's a pure combative self-protection fighting art, so you are allowed to use your elbows, your head, your knees. You can go for throws after initiating the clinch. So there's all these other skill sets involved, but foundationally you still need to have a strong root, a strong base underneath you, and that's where all the grappling and the Shima and the Okinawan wrestling kind of comes in. And that's how it's always been with karate grappling. You need that wrestling base and then you're able to throw strikes. If you are getting charged and you find yourself off balance, there's no way to have a solid footing underneath you to throw an impactful strike. So you got to keep that in mind. And you'll see it a lot in the beginning of katas too. A lot of the beginning of the katas show a reaction where you are either redirecting your opponent's energy, getting off to an angle, pushing them to an angle, or your space is intruded upon and therefore you need to shove and create space to get back to a more advantageous range for yourself. Either that's a medium range to your advantage or a long range so that you can use your long range kicks and your long range punches. Hope that makes sense. There's a lot of examples of karate as just dirty boxing. And they call it dirty boxing because it doesn't confine to the rule set. But again, if you're thinking self-defense, this is self-protection. There isn't a rule set where you're trying to live and die. So, and karate is a self-protection art, and therefore anything goes. Hope that makes sense. Hope you enjoyed the short video today. If you haven't, subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it. I'm on a mission to bring back practical karate. So if you want to join me on the journey, jump on board. All right, train hard, fight easy. Till next time.